The executive order increases the amount of lean beef trimmings the United States can import, with the additional 80,000 metric tons allocated entirely to Argentina. The beef, which will be primarily used in ground products, will be released in 4 quarterly tranches of 20,000 metric tons beginning February 13th. The administration says spreading the imports out over the year is meant to stabilize supply and help address high beef prices tied to historically low cattle numbers.
And now an executive order, I understand, has been signed by the president to go up to 100,000 tons yearly of Argentinian lean trim beef, supposedly to drive down the price at the meat counter, which I don't believe it'll do at all.
Bruner says while the order is framed as consumer-focused, he doesn't expect shoppers to see much change at the grocery store.
The consumers are going to pay the same for the beef, except now it'll have more blended foreign beef, and of course the producers will possibility of receiving less for their product.
While the president of the Montana Stock Growers Association says even limited import increases can still influence markets, particularly during an already volatile period for producers.
And so it could have a bigger effect on the cattle producers in the United States rather than the consumer having a positive effect of the imports.
Robinson also raises concerns beyond price, including product standards and long-term reliance on imports.
We raise very healthy, safe products in the United States. And so bringing an imported product in that may not have the traceability and the safety protocol that we have, that is one of the main concerns.
Sean Sayers, a Montana producer, says the executive order highlights a larger issue, how national policy decisions intersect with domestic production.
And our population has over doubled since 1951. So our demand is really high, but our cattle and supply are very low. And so we're going to have to inject quite a bit.
He explained that strengthening local processing and supporting domestic beef production remain key to keeping Montana beef competitive.
So the real question really comes down to how much more supply will be added and how quickly it will be injected into the supply chain to really see how it's going to affect the prices for our domestic producers, especially given the tight herd numbers.
While the executive order centers on imports as a way to address supply and affordability, producers say feasibly rebuilding the U.S. cattle herd remains a key part of the long-term solution. In north central Montana, Madison Collier, MTN News.